Hey guys, welcome to the finale edition of Bachelor Breakdown. I'm Hannah Khan, and you know our guest from Ari's season of The Bachelor and last summer's Bachelor in Paradise. Please welcome the lovely Kendalls.
Hello guys, thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. I'm so happy to have you. Can you believe it's been a year since you were on Ari's season?
Oh my goodness, I was just actually talking about that with Becca. I was like, I can't believe it's been an entire year, like, and so much has changed.
So much.
And everyone's lives are completely different. Like, there's babies, there's weddings, like.
It's crazy.
Yeah, everyone's engaged now.
I know. Then we have a lot to talk about since last night was the finale of The Bachelor, right?
Yeah.
But first, I thought we'd kick things off with a little game.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
So, in honor of your last name, this is called It's a Long Story.
Oh, I love that.
Okay. So I'm going to name a fun fact about you.
Okay.
And I would love to hear the story behind it.
Ooh, all right.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So first off, you ran cross country in college.
I did.
Tell us about that.
So I've always been in sports my entire life. So I tried literally every single sport under the sun. I did dive team. I was in soccer. I did softball. Never made it to first base without like a walk. Or maybe the ball hit me and then I made it to first base. And then I did track. And so my sister and I did track like all throughout high school, and then I got a scholarship in college, so went to Academy of Art, and so it's been really fun, and running has just always been a part of my life.
Athletic and artistic, you can do it all. Yes. Now, track and field, can you jump a fence like Colton?
I can't, actually I did hurdles. So
really?
I will totally dominate any fence.
Oh, yeah. I want to see that. All right, next fact. You were once on a reality show with your twin sister, Kylie.
I was, yeah.
Which one was that?
So we both did Wipeout.
Wipeout?
Yeah, so Wipeout was like literally it was the most fun / painful experience. It was freezing cold. So I actually heard they showed an episode recently of us on Wipeout, and everyone's like messaging me like, I saw you on Wipeout. I was like, oh my gosh, like my face is like, if you look at my face on the show, it was pure pain. But it was actually, I had a blast because they had all these obstacles, and if it was warmer, I would have enjoyed it so much more.
Oh, but it was just
literally
freezing.
when I went in that water, like all the air escaped from my lungs. So.
Oh, okay. No, you and your sister, Kendall and Kylie, I'm sure you get the
That's true.
comparison to the Kardashians a lot.
We were born first.
You were born first?
Yes, so.
The OG Kendall and Kylie.
Yes.
How do you feel about like that comparison?
Oh, I mean, they're both really successful women, so I feel like awesome.
Yeah, bring
Definitely
it.
make a lot more money than Kylie and I.
One day, you're
One
coming
day,
for their empire.
yes.
And then finally, you showed an interest in taxidermy on The Bachelor. So where did that passion start, and how does Joe feel about it?
Joe's actually surprisingly very cool with it. He actually bought me a taxidermy piece recently. It's a badger, and he thought it was a beaver when we were at the taxiderm place, and so his name is Beaver, so it's Beaver the Badger.
Oh, Beaver the Badger!
Yeah.
What a supportive boyfriend! I
Yeah,
love
he
that.
is. And so, I mean, I've always been into nature ever since I was younger. I go on hikes all the time. I collect skulls and just things that I found. And then I went to the Natural History Museum and saw the taxidermy and was so inspired by all of that. And then I actually saw a taxiderm store, and I was like, I can actually own this stuff myself. I didn't even know it was like legal for people to own it. And so then I just started collecting. And I mean, I read a lot about zoology and botany and entomology. So it's just like, it's more of like a studying kind of thing.
You have so many interesting hobbies and passions. Are there any that we don't know about?
I mean, I'm trying to think. I think I pretty much kind of just like I love reading.
Reading.
I'm like a huge reader, so I love to read a book probably every couple weeks. And Joe and I will like go to cafes and read together and just like glance at each other.
You're the cutest couple ever.
Yeah.
All right, well, we have to talk about the finale.
Yes.
Congratulations to the happy couple, Colton and Cassie. You got to know Colton last summer on Bachelor in Paradise.
I did, and I'm so happy that he found somebody because you can tell that he just like wanted that love in his heart. So I'm just really happy with it.
Do you have a message for Colton?
Colton, I'm so happy that you and Cassie are together. He pulled a Kendall move. He went and ran after his girl.
I was going to say.
I'm so proud because I did the same thing with Joe, and I did not regret taking the chance. And maybe they say no. Maybe you'll be embarrassed on TV. And so kudos to you for going for it.
Yeah, it's a risk that clearly paid off for you.
Exactly.
So you made it to the final 3 on Ari's season.
Yeah.
Although you had a very different experience from Tayshia and Hannah, how difficult is it to make it that far, to really feel strong feelings for The Bachelor and then be sent home?
I mean, I feel like you put yourself out there so much and you're used to being so vulnerable on camera. You go through so many different emotions. When I left, I guess for me, I just really wanted Ari to be happy. And I knew that he had a really strong connection with, at the time, Becca, and then also Lauren. So it was kind of a mixed feeling. It's like a bittersweet kind of thing because, you know, everything's over, and at the same time, you also know that they're potentially going to find love and they're going to be happy. And so
clearly it worked out for you. Maybe
yes, I mean,
we'll
right.
see Hannah and Tasha in Paradise. They
Yes.
can find their Joe.
Oh, definitely. I definitely recommend Paradise to anybody because, you know, you never know what's going to happen. I went into Paradise not at all expecting to find anybody and just being like, oh, I'll see some of my friends. And then I went there and then Joe was there. Had no idea I would ever connect with Joe, and we just like hit it off, and he still makes me crack up to this day. So.
And we will definitely be talking a lot more about Grocery Store Joe.
Yes.
But what did you think about the finale last night? Were there any moments that stood out to you?
I thought it was so crazy that at the finale they went back and they did a fantasy suite. Yeah, I didn't know that they were going to be able to have that whole entire experience. So I thought it was really special that they were able to have the fantasy suite experience and be together. So that was the thing that I was really surprised about.
I feel like the theme of last night was breaking the mold.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Being authentic. You know, they weren't doing the typical route of The Bachelor, you know, ending in an engagement and the timeline was off. But it was real and it was right for them, and I think they seemed truly in love.
They do seem truly happy. When I saw them after the final rose and they were together, you know, of course we all had our worries, like why would she leave if she really cared about him? And I thought about that too, but then seeing them afterwards, you know, I'm like, you know, I actually went through a similar experience. I left, and I technically broke up with Joe. So I feel like going through that myself, I could understand how your mind is so, there's just so much in it and you're so confused, and I think after the show you have some time to think about it. That's when you're like, oh dang, like where was my brain when that happened? So
you just need a little perspective.
Yeah, so I can understand her place.
Okay, well, speaking of this breaking the mold theme, the new Bachelorette is Hannah B.
I am so excited for Hannah B.
Tell me why.
She just seems like such a funny girl, and she has like that growl, you know?
Yes,
and I just
Hannah
know it's
Beast.
going to be a really fun season.
I think so
So
too.
I'm just excited that it's going to be, she kind of reminds me of like a Caitlyn.
Yes.
You know? So
Yeah.
I loved Caitlyn's season, so I feel like I'm like excited for that kind of humor and that kind of like lightheartedness.
I do too. I think it's unconventional in some ways. I love that she like was kind of awkward as she was figuring out how to say everything, and it was just, you know, it was real. She's
So real.
authentic, and I think we all can relate to her.
Definitely.
You know, and she is funny. At one moment when she was giving out her rose, she said to the other guy, she's like, "Try harder," and I was like.
She's sassy. She has that sass.
And I mean, obviously she was joking around, but she just didn't take it too seriously.
Yeah.
And it's refreshing to see that on this show.
Yeah, it kind of breaks the fourth wall in a way.
Yes.
You know, so you just feel like you're genuinely seeing her, which I'm excited to see. I'm excited for this season.
I am too. So we did meet 5 guys already. She gave her rose to Cam,
Yes.
who was rapping.
Yes. Oh my gosh, the rap. I was like, kudos to him for rapping and going for it.
Bold move,
you
but she
know?
liked it because she likes someone that's like goofy, I feel like.
Exactly, lighthearted, yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think we can expect from this season? I mean, it's about to start filming. Do you think she'll find her guy?
Oh, definitely. I think Hannah's the kind of person that she seems like she's just open and she's not afraid to put herself out there. I mean, she went through a lot of different emotions on this last season, so I think she'll find one.
Well, speaking of finding the guy, you found yours last summer in Bachelor in Paradise.
Yes.
How is everything going with Joe?
It's so good. It's so good. I mean, you know, I think the key to our relationship is that we're just best friends.
Aww.
And we like crack up and laugh all the time, and having the same humor is very important.
Yes.
And you know, we just have a lot of things in common and our little like inside jokes, and it's just fun. You know, right now I feel like we're still in the honeymoon phase. Like I don't know when this honeymoon phase is going to end, but we're still in it. You know,
it's nice to still be in the honeymoon phase.
Yeah, we're gonna travel together.
Now, you guys are definitely one of Bachelor Nation's favorite couples. What is it that you love about Grocery Store Joe?
The one thing, so much. Sorry. I think the one thing that I love the most about Joe is that he is unforgivably himself and so honest, and he's just silly. Like little tiny moments are made special and funny because when we're together, it's just like I don't know, his mind is, I just love his mind, you know? His mind is just he has sort of like a playfulness to him that's really refreshing and fun to be around, and a curiosity. I mean, that guy reads like crazy. You
Two
know?
readers,
Yeah.
so compatible.
My heart, whenever I see him read, like that's so sexy.
I love that. That's amazing. And you just went on tour with him,
Yeah.
Dancing with the Stars, so how was
did.
that?
Oh, I absolutely love being on tour. All the dancers are just so funny and they're so silly, and they would like just break out dancing. Like when we went out to a bar for Super Bowl, they're like dancing, just having fun, and they're just so welcoming and opening. I'm sorry, opening, but open. And they were opening.
So I hear you play a really fun game with the group.
Yes, yes. Oh my gosh, on the bus we'd always play Exploding Kittens. Any of you guys who know Exploding Kittens, it is like one of my absolute favorite games. So we would just
play it.
Yeah, I think I left it on the bus though.
No.
I'm like thinking about it, I'm like, dang it. But maybe one of the dancers.
What
has
was
it, and I'll
bus
get it done.
life like?
Bus life was, at first it was difficult to fall asleep on the moving beds.
Yes.
But after a while it kind of, you know, rocks you to sleep. And it's fun to wake up and be around everybody, like almost like you're in have a roommate situation where everyone's around in their pajamas, you know, hanging out.
Cozy.
Yeah, so it was fun. We would watch movies together.
I love
and-
that.
Yeah.
And how are Joe's dance skills now?
Joe is actually improved with dancing. Everyone said he wasn't a good dancer and he can't dance. I'm like, guys, if you see the end of the season, he's actually like improved greatly. And actually he's the one that'll pull my hand and make me dance now. And you see, I was the one that had to do that before. So it was such an attractive thing to see him learn something new like that.
What kind of dancing do you do? Like, what's his go-to style?
Joe,
Does he have a move?
He'll talk, sing, and he loves doing the twirl. You know, he'll twirl me around. He's really into the shoulders, you know, the
Ooh,
shoulder moves.
shimmer.
So yeah, it's all up in the upper body. That's where it is.
So I hear you may be moving in together?
Yeah, so we are going to be moving in together. We're going to be doing some traveling, going to Europe, and then he has another project he's going to be doing. But we're going to try to fit in moving together sometime within the next couple months.
That's so
Yeah, so we're looking
exciting.
right now for places.
Here in Los Angeles?
Yeah, so we're going to he's going to be coming to Los Angeles.
Take him out of the cold.
Oh,
right?
after this brutal winter in Chicago, I was like, so.
It's rough. But I will say, you need to go during the summer because Chicago summers
Yeah.
are beautiful.
No, I've heard that. Well, we actually, when I went to see him in Chicago.
Oh, it was the summer.
Yeah, and
wasn't
so
it?
I had to wear a wig. We had to sneak around everywhere. So I'm excited to be there in summer without the really hot wig. Like
Yeah.
I was like sweating. It was
Just being
awful.
yourself. So,
Yeah.
Kendall, is Joe the one?
Yeah, I mean, yes.
Oh.
Yeah. In my heart, I mean, the thing is, like, we've been through so much. I feel like we've been dating for years now.
Wow.
And so, you know, he just makes me happy. It makes me smile, and so.
But he's different than your type, right? Before you went on the
Yeah.
show. So
Yeah.
what does that say to you about kind of being open to guys who you might not normally go for?
Definitely. I mean, the thing is, you have in your mind this person that you think you want to be with, and you have like all these, like, oh, they need to be this and this and this. And then Joe surprised me in so many different ways that just being open to someone and finding your best friend, just finding somebody that you can really connect with.
I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. Also, I was going to tell you this. Have you ever thought about the fact that grocery store Joe, like, he should be sponsored by Trader Joe's? Is this something?
I know. I thought about that.
Right?
I was thinking, like, what a perfect like coincidence. And I think everyone thought he was Trader Joe when they're like, oh, grocery store Joe, it must be like Trader Joe, and it was like a big thing. But yeah, I know. I love Trader Joe's. I go there all the time.
Wink, like, so Trader Joe's, if you're watching, let's make this happen.
I want some groceries.
Also, you guys both love food, so
Yeah.
would you ever open your own restaurant?
That is actually something we've been talking about. Joe is so passionate about food, and he just knows so much about the quality, and he has like an idea in his mind about like the perfect restaurant that he would open up. But right now there's so much going on that, you know, it's something that we would definitely think about in the future, but I mean, pizza place, that's kind of
my
like the
gosh.
idea, you know, because he's
What
Italian.
would you call it? I mean, there's already a Joe's.
Or maybe Joe Ken, you know?
Joe Ken, I like that. I would go there every day.
Right?
Yeah.
And then be like, oh, I'm gonna go there, just joking. I don't know. Little tagline, you know? You have to have a tagline.
Oh my gosh, I love the nerdy humor, yes.
I have like crazy mom jokes, like that is my.
And I have dad jokes.
Perfect.
Yes.
And together we'll just like.
Just be like total dorks,
Yeah.
walking around with our puns. Okay, so you just saw Becca M and her little adorable
Oh
daughter
my gosh, little
Ruth.
I absolutely love that baby. I fell in love so much. And you know, Becca's been like so busy. You know, so I haven't seen her in a while, and I've been on tour, so I haven't seen her. So seeing her and the baby together, she's just like a rockin' mom. It's so great. It's insane. It's so insane.
How are they doing it? Just
Yeah, so good. I mean, she's on it. She's done so much research, and she's just like one of those moms, just like, she's gonna be like the cool mom.
Oh,
you know,
of course she
like
is.
the cool mom.
And
Yeah.
that little baby's gonna be dressed so
Oh,
well.
already
and-
dressed so well.
Yeah.
Like I saw this little pineapple hat that the kid had. It was like,
That's so cute.
yeah, and you have to dress up your baby to make fun of them a little bit.
Oh.
Like put little tiny
course.
crazy hairdos,
Right.
and like little out. My mom and dad did that to my sister and I all the time. They called us little fountain heads because they put little bows in our hair.
Do matching outfits? Because as a twin, I know that.
Oh yes.
Yes.
So matching but different colors.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they used to put an X on our foot so they wouldn't switch us up. So they're like, oh, Kendall has the X on her foot.
That's so funny because you're
I actually
identical.
have a tattoo of it. No,
Oh.
no, I don't. That'd be really funny though.
You kind of could get. That's like cute.
That's actually a good idea.
Yeah, you should get one.
Like, how do you tell the difference? I'll be like, I have the X on my foot.
I think you should do it.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, you came up with it, but it is a good idea. So, does this make you want to have babies?
I definitely want to be a mom. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not
Time.
yet. Joe's gonna be watching this just like,
I know, it's
what?
terrifying.
But I do want to have kids, and I think I'd probably want to have the kids in the next couple years, maybe. Not to extra freak out, Joe.
No, he'll be a great dad.
He will be a great dad. Okay, when I saw him with Carly and Evans and Jaden
Oh,
Tanner's
on the
babies,
show.
oh my gosh, so funny. He was just like, he's like, oh, I'm great with kids. Kids love me. And the kids like see, as soon as they see him, they start screaming. And I was like, oh yeah, but he'll be great with kids. He will.
He will. Yeah, I forgot you had the test.
Yes.
Yes.
I had the baby test with him.
How
But
did you and Becca get so close, by the way?
it's really funny because on our season we weren't really that close. We talk about it all the time. She thought I was weird as hell, which I don't blame her. And I thought she was annoying, and because she was like she had such an outgoing personality and like.
Yes.
And then after the show, we're like, oh, we're both in LA. We have to hang, we're just gonna hang out, and we just ended up really connecting and like loving each other. So it's so crazy how it all came to be, like what was on the show, all of a sudden, like in person, it's like so different.
I feel like that's kind of the overall takeaway from Joe and from Becca is that sometimes you have an idea of who someone is or what you want out of a relationship, and
Yeah.
it's very different when you actually get to know someone.
Well, yeah, because in the real world it's so different. You have to make an effort to see each other, and long distance was something that I really freaked out about. That was one of the reasons why I was like, is this gonna work? I don't know. But then, I was so pleasantly surprised by so many people after the show. Yeah, and
How have you made long distance work?
well, I think
you've been
we always just
together a
fly to
lot.
each other. Yeah, we're together a lot. We're literally with each other every single day. But he's in Chicago right now, like doing tax season, all that stuff. So it's hard when we're apart. But I think it was just making the effort to be together and to make an effort to fly to each other and see each other. Yeah.
So what's next for you? I know you're moving in soon. Anything in your personal life or professional life?
Yeah, so we have a lot of projects that we're working on that I'm really, really excited about. I can't say anything yet, but yeah, so I'm really excited about some stuff that's coming up. So
Stay tuned,
yes,
everyone.
Yes, and then Joe being in LA, I'm so excited about that. Yeah.
And he likes it out here, right?
Yeah, he loves it out here, and he has some projects coming out that I'm really excited about too for him. So all good.
I love how supportive you are. I feel like both of you really care about one another and about one another's success in life, and that's a great thing to have in a relationship.
Yeah, you have to be each other's cheerleader, you know?
Yeah.
And so with him, like so many good things have happened to him, and it just shows like the kind of person that he is. He's just such a good person, and to see something like good things happen to good people like really makes my heart happy.
You're so sweet, Kendall. But honestly, it says something about you too, because the way that you've supported him while he was on Dancing with the Stars, but you were always there cheering him on.
Oh yeah, I loved it. Oh, I loved watching him dance with Jenna. It was so great.
And I can't wait. We need to see more of you guys dancing.
I know.
Right?
I want to dance with him.
Please, put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being here.
Of course, love.
Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Want more extra? Hit the subscribe button and the bell. Never miss a video.